Hey guys, so welcome once again to another episode of our Forex forecast, our Forex weekly forecast. So this is AUD USD, the Australian dollar. This is analysis that was done last week on this channel, and I speculated an upward movement for AUD USD considering the fact that technically a divergence was spotted at this zone, and then looking at the behavior of the trend. Okay, it has been trending downwards for a while, and then price approached a round level, the 6200 round level. Okay, and at this point price reacted around that zone, and so I anticipated a buy movement. Okay, so last week's forecast played out perfectly on AUD USD. So right now, what are we expecting this week? Before I can say anything about AUD USD, I want to see a proper breakout of this zone. I want to see a proper breakout and then a retest on this zone before I can continue a buy trade on AUD USD. But if that does not happen, if price decides to bounce off the nearest round number, the 64000 you have right here, if price decides to bounce off there, I want to see price come back again to this zone where we have this round. But for now, this is a range. Okay, market is trying to get out of this range, and I am not sure about the direction just yet. But if you were to ask me, I am still biased on the AUD USD pair, like I said last week, because of the obvious reasons. First of all, we have the divergence from the 4 hours chart, and then we have a divergence once again on the H1, and price got to a round number, okay, the 6200 right here, and then price began to go up. So guys, I am still biased to the upside, but that would depend on market behavior around here. So for now, I don't have a lead for AUD USD until a retest is done, and if in the course of the week I get a reasonable doubt, a good reasons for this price to continue at least 100 pips upward again from this location, I would notify us, guys. That is that all for AUD USD. No clue for now until price begins to give us the information we need. So guys, like I said, you have to be disciplined in your trading. You don't have to trade a pair simply because you want to trade that pair and then the pair doesn't present anything you know about, and you jump in and lose your money. So you have to stay safe. So that is it for AUD USD. For gold, gold played out perfectly. Okay, this is it, guys. Our target was met perfectly as speculated. So right now, what do we have here? Price has just broken out of this zone. Price has just broken out of this zone, the 1650 round number zone. Okay, I want to see a retest to continue this trend upwards. I am kind of biased to the upside for gold with obvious reasons. Although looking at the weekly time frame, you can see that there is a double top right here. There was weeks back, and not just a double top, we have the divergence here. Don't forget, I love to trade the divergence a lot. So that is the reason why I have a feeling that gold is going to drop as well. But looking at the structure and where it is, there is no proper retest. There's supposed to be a retest to this neckline right here. So we are still at that zone where price just broke out recently, even though this is a kind of a retest. The candle before the last candle, this black candle here, is the retest to the neckline, okay, but not very clear. And then the way the weekly candle close, okay, I'm not very convinced. But looking at the daily time frame, okay, you can see it clearly that it has given us another double bottom right here. The daily time frame has given us another double bottom. And what else are we seeing around it? We can see that the candle that closed for that week, that day on Friday, happened to close bullish. This is a bullish engulfing candle right here, you can see. And so what is that informing us? More to the upside. For me, I see an upward movement on gold, maybe briefly, maybe not completely, but I also have a divergence here. Having a divergence doesn't mean it's going to be perfect. It could still, go to this zone and then drop downwards further. So what are we going to do? Let's go to the smaller time frame and keep looking at, trying to see we can understand what is happening right here. So don't forget, guys, this analysis is done. It's also posted on the channel and also on my Telegram channel. Do well to visit the Telegram channel to get updates on any change in direction on any other pair. Okay, like I said, you don't have to trade every other pair. You don't have to trade every analysis. When you get an analysis done on a trade, this is purely technical. There are other factors that can affect the analysis that has been done on a pair. Like I said, we have other factors like the fundamental factors. So technically, looking at where this price is right now, we expect an upward movement. But if fundamentally the conditions are not met, then we're going to see more downside. For the GBP USD pair, I expect this trend line to be broken. Price, first of all, is going to go up. I expect price to go up first of all, right here to this zone, and then come back to this zone. Okay, I am still biased to the downside for GBP USD, but I want to see this trend line broken and then retested before I can consider a sell trade on this pair. A retest and then downwards movement. That is my bias for the GBP USD JPY. I am not taking any trading decision just yet because there was a volatile price movement in the market last week, and until all of this is cleared up, I do not have anything to say about the USD JPY. Recently, the divergences has failed on USD JPY and caused us to take some losses on this pair. And though this downward movement was long anticipated, but it didn't happen as soon as expected. So until market gives us a clue, I am not taking any trade. I was already biased to the downside, but until I see a retest somewhere, another retest, then I'll short this market. But for now, guys, I am not taking any trade on the USD JPY. Same with the Euro JPY. I want to see a retest around these zones, a break of this trend line, a retest, and then to this zone. That's what I want to see before I can trade this. But if I don't see that, I'm not going to take this trade. Guys, I don't trade anyhow, and I don't trade all pairs. I trade the GBP USD and I trade gold. So that is what I major in. But except I see my setups on other pairs, I can consider it. And for the Euro USD, I have said earlier that I expect, considering how the candle closed for the week, closing bullish, okay, I expect a brief movement upwards, and then I expect price to respect this zone. If it does respect that zone, then I want to see price come down again to this point, and then if this point is respected, price can pull back upwards again. Reasons being that we have a divergence from the daily time frame. Okay, as you can see right here, we have a divergence from the daily time frame, which is yet to complete, though the first move of this divergence had already taken place right here from the second leg to the previous resistance. So right now I want to see this happen before this upward movement right here. And if it comes down to this point, I want to see a price action, a bullish price action around here before I can be sure that we have some buy to do in this pair. That is it for Euro USD. This is a long-term analysis actually. And like I said, for the USD, the US index, okay, looking at the price from where it is, I still expect this to be completed, but I will not be trading this until I see a retest to that zone. That is when I can take it. So guys, if you're taking this trade, wait for a retest around this zone before you can continue this, at least to this point. Do not over leverage your account. Please protect your account. If it breaks through, if it gets to pass out of this zone, then the bullish trend has just it's gonna be a bullish run, a bull run for the dollar index, guys. So this is all for the analysis. Okay, trade what you know, trade what you see. Do not over leverage your account, do not over risk your capital. Okay, and let's see how this goes. See you in our next video. Thank you.